A single Ukrainian drone unit walked onto a training ground in Germany and dismantled 3,500 American soldiers. And the Americans had come all the way from Texas to lose. From here in Europe, the striking thing is not that Ukraine won. It is what the loss reveals about the country that spent the last 2 decades teaching the world how to make war with unmanned machines. The United States built the drone age, and then, quietly, it stopped keeping up. Here is what happened. In April and May, the American Third Armored Brigade shipped roughly 3,500 troops from Fort Cavazos in Texas to Germany for an exercise called Combined Resolve. Serious armor, serious numbers. Then a Ukrainian drone unit went to work, and the tank brigade was, in the words of one analyst, simply powerless against a technologically superior opponent. Elliot Cohen of the Center for Strategic and International Studies put it plainly to the Wall Street Journal. It is critical that the American military masters this new technology, he said, and so far, unfortunately, that does not appear to be the case. This is not an isolated embarrassment. In the spring, 10 Ukrainian drone operators took an entire NATO battalion out of action during an exercise in Estonia. 10 people, a battalion. And these are the same American losses to drones we saw play out in Iran. The pattern is consistent and it is not flattering. Now, Americans might file this under training exercise, no big deal. We in Germany are having a rather different conversation. Because the country that has actually fought a drone war for 3 years is Ukraine, and it is fighting on our continent against Russia. Their battlefield is our neighborhood. So the defeat in that German field has set off a very German argument about money and steel. Economists like Moritz of the Kiel Institute for the World Economy are openly criticizing Defense Minister Boris and his procurement policy. Their point is uncomfortable but hard to dodge. Germany has capital, industrial know-how, and in places world-class technology. What Germany does not have, Schulerich says, are hundreds of thousands of people who want to climb into a tank and drive to the front. So the money should go to artificial intelligence, robotics, drones, and satellites, not more armor plate. Schulerich was among the economists behind a strategy paper cheekily titled Sparta 2.0. Its central complaint is one Brussels has heard before. Europe operates 14 different types of tank, 15 different fighter jets, and a patchwork of command systems. That fragmentation destroys any economy of scale. By one estimate, Europe gets 30 to 40% less military capability per euro than a single consolidated state would. So let us be honest about the lesson from that German field. The Americans were beaten by 10 people with cheap machines. And Europe's answer so far is to buy 15 kinds of jet and hope for the best. The war next door has already written the new rule book. The only question is, who is actually reading it? That's the view from here. What does it look like where you are? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for the perspective American media won't give you.